Hello, Pisces, and welcome to your second half of July 2026 reading. We're going to take a quick look at your career and finance, as well as what's potentially coming up for you the rest of this month as far as love is concerned. So first, we're going to look at your career. I'm going to get a signifier card, see what the overall vibe is for the rest of this month. All right, the Three of Coins. So that is a collaborative effort. It looks like it's good for a business career for this kind of card to come out, because it's definitely a card of working towards something, building something. Oftentimes this is a card of you are the main laborer and you have patrons that are funding your labor, that sort of thing. So let's take a closer look here and see what do we have here for Pisces for the second half of July 2026. Let's see what your card's going to be. All right, let's take a look. Oh, looks like you might be leaving something behind. And what is the energy? What's the circumstance that you've found yourself in this month? Okay, Queen of Cups. All right. Energy. Oh, okay. Some transformative energy here. That's a good place for it. That's an interesting place for that. It's the energy surrounding you, kind of like what's helping, what's hindering you. So there must be something major ending, some major transformation happening right now. Okay. All right, so it's looking like you are having to walk away from something. It might be the end of an era as far as a career. I mean, having the Death card in here also makes me think that you are working towards transitioning something in your life. Being that this is career and finance, I'm assuming that has something to do with your job. The Eight of Cups is a card of having good things that you know you're having to leave behind to get something better. Oftentimes I look at the Eight of Cups as like this guy's heading towards those Two of Cups that will satisfy this and create a Ten of Cups situation where he has to leave behind the things in the past that aren't serving or aren't getting him where he wants to go in order to move forward and get the thing that he wants. So I think that this Eight of Cups is telling me that you are currently, like, you might be looking for a new job right now. You might just not feel super fulfilled where you're at, or perhaps you're aiming towards something bigger in your professional life, and you know that you're going to have to you're maybe going to have to make some career choices. You're going to have to leave some things behind and start something new in order to make that happen. Now, the Queen of Cups, as the energy that is influencing this circumstance or the situation that's in front of you, the Queen of Cups, to me says, that could be some kind of like offer. The Cups energy is abundant energy, so it can often be associated with offerings of things that can create feelings of abundance. The Queen of Cups can also be a person. It could be signifying somebody that is a strong maternal feminine energy that is kind of leading or directing you in this situation, or giving you some kind of insight into the next steps that you might want to take here. We'll look a little further into that. All right, let's take a look at I'm definitely seeing that I'm going to try and get some clarification on that Eight of Cups. Because to me, it's looking like you are working towards getting a new position somewhere, and I'm not really sure why. I can look into that if you're looking as to how to go about doing that. Let's see. Yeah, definitely something new coming in, but I think the Wheel of Fortune is indicating to me, especially in this position, which is your position, that you are allowing the circumstances to unfold naturally for yourself. You are not trying to push, really, but you understand that whatever happens here might include some level of leaving behind something that you're comfortable with. Is there anything else that you've got for that Eight of Cups for our Pisces for this July career finance? It looks good. The fact that you've got the Ace of Coins at the end here. Knight of Swords, okay. So you could be feeling like you're ready to make this, like, rush into this a little bit. This is a very speedy energy. This is an energy of like, okay, I'm ready to like do this. Like, I'm ready to make this thing, this night. It's a Knight in Shining Armor card, So I think that maybe you are ready to be the butterfly. Look at all these butterflies. All these butterflies. Transformative energy with the butterflies. Transformative energy with the Death cards. I think you're Yeah, and the Wheel of Fortune. I think you are ready to make a move. You're ready to make some kind of decisive action regarding your circumstances financially. So let's see, what's this Queen of Cups? What do you got for this? It's in the position of like what's in front of you. It's possible that you just have like a really good job offer in front of you, or maybe you have somebody in your life, a feminine energy, a maternal energy that's strong, that's asking more of you, or is influencing this decision to potentially look for a different job. The Three of Coins to me is saying that there are multiple parties involved in this. It's not just you. So could be that you're, oh, let's see what we got here. Oh, we got, these are the ones that really wanted to come out there. Okay. And these guys too. Two of Cups, yeah. Yeah, I think this might be a romantic partner that's like maybe saying, I think, you're not happy where you are, or you could do more where you somewhere else, or they are working with you to build something new. The Five of Swords is, I think there's some conflict here. I think that you guys might be butting heads a little bit about this. This might not be an easy choice. You may think one thing, they may think another. They may be pushing you to make this decision, and maybe you're feeling a little bit like, I don't know, I'm not going to say you're feeling hesitant, because with this Eight of Wands, I feel like there's a lot of speed here. There's a lot of movement forward. The Wheel of Fortune, you've got wheels, you've got swords, you've got Eight of Wands, you've got a lot of like, this is going somewhere energy. So I don't think you're putting any brakes on anything. I just think that maybe there's been a little bit of contention around this. There's been maybe some moderate arguments. There might have been some butting of heads, and maybe just you trying to decide what's going to be best. It might not have been an easy road for you or an easy choice. This might have been somebody asking you to do more than you thought you could do, or asking more of yourself than you thought you were capable of. But I think you are capable of it. And I think that you are trying to manifest what's going to be best and most fulfilling for you. And I think this person is asking that of you as well. Like, I think that this is a positive energy, whatever this female influence is in this situation. I think that or just strong, maternal energy. I think that they are pushing you towards doing what's going to be best for you overall. But it is feeling like it's a push. It's been a little bit less easy a process than I think either of you would have wanted, or both of you would have wanted, rather. So let's see with the Death card here. This is the energy surrounding you, which is very transformative. Oh, lovely card to come out for that, the Magician. All right, so with the Magician, this is all about you manifesting what you're looking for, using all the tools in your tool chest to bring about this new change in your life. And it's an excellent card to be in a position of the energy surrounding you. I think you have a lot of positive, transformative, manifesting energy that's like, hey, yeah, if you're trying to build something right now financially, if you're trying to manifest a better job for yourself, if you're trying to manifest a life that's more fulfilling emotionally, a job that's more emotionally fulfilling, this is going to be the time. That just jumped out at me when I was shuffling. So to me, this is saying karmically, bottom of the deck, you got the Sun card, right? So I think karmically, this is saying you're looking for something that's better suited to you, that you deserve, something that's more deserving of your talents and your time. You putting a lot of effort into something, and other people reap the rewards, but you would like to reap the rewards. Either you're looking to go into a business for yourself, and maybe you and this person are going to go in business together, and it's been a little bit of not really sure how this is going to go, but you're ready to make that choice. You're ready to go for it. You're ready to lay down what's necessary to make it happen. I think you're ready to start. But I think it's going to be a change. I think it's going to be different, but definitely different than what you're currently doing. It's going to feel like a shift energetically, but I think you're doing something you want. And I think it's going to end up being what you're deserving. The Judgment card is about karmic things, reaping what you sow, getting your just desserts. So I think whatever this position is, this new position or this new career move that you're thinking about taking, is going to be a big shift for you. It's going to be the death of something. You're going to feel like you're moving outside of the norm and what's comfortable, but it's going to end up being what's best for you. That's both emotionally and financially, I think. With this Knight of Coins here, I think it's going to be a slow moving process though. I think you want it to go quickly. You're ready to make moves. You're ready to get this thing going. The Six of Swords is me. It just popped out while I was well, I was kind of mindlessly shuffling there. I was talking, I think the Six of Swords is just saying like like the energy around you is protecting you at this point. You are definitely in a position where, yes, it's unknown territory that you're going into. The Six of Swords is like being led down a river or a waterway that is a little bit unknown, but the waters are very placid and the moon is full, so you can see what's ahead of you. This guide knows their way. You are protected. It seems scarier than it is. And the Knight of Coins, what do we got for the Knight of Coins for Pisces for the second half of July? It's been a lot of like new energy for people. Oh, how lovely. And again, isn't that funny? Because that pulled up earlier, right? I said, look, the sun. So, and on top of that, top of the deck was the Fool, and underneath that, Ten of Pentacles. So I think I think whatever you're doing here is good for you, again, emotionally, for you, really good. For you, specifically. It's the Nine of Cups, not the Ten of Cups. This is saying, like, you're moving from this Eight of Cups, which is where you are right now, which is this, oh, I'm going to have to leave something behind. Oh, you know, I've spent a lot of time on this, or I have a lot of emotional investment in this project, or I've known these people at this job for so many years, or I don't know, like there's not going to be health insurance with this new thing or whatever, right? But now you're looking at it like, oh no, I know that if I do this thing, I know that if I follow this, I think if I work with this person, I think this person is somebody you should be listening to, you know, whoever this is resonating for, you know who I'm talking about. There is a person that you know is good for you and they have your best interests at heart. Obviously, if this person is being selfish with the way they're out for themselves, that's not who I'm talking about, but like, you know who you are. You have a person in your life that's a strong figure in your life. It could be male or female, it doesn't matter, but this is a maternal kind of like caring, loving, nurturing kind of person that does have, I think, your best interest at heart, and wants to help you move forward with this. And I think maybe you haven't been sure about that all the time. I think you've been a little bit unsure about their motivations, and you've butted heads a little with how you were going to go about doing things, maybe just the way it was going to be done. You haven't always seen eye to eye, but you're definitely headed in that direction, and the transformation is going to be huge, and it's going to be wonderful, right? It's going to be wonderful. The Sun is like the best card in the deck. It's going to be wonderful. You got this, the Sun, the Fool, and the Ten of Pentacles is like a crazy thing to have in a career or finance spread, so especially with the Fool coming out, considering all of this other energy, to have the Fool and the Death card, it is something new that you're starting. It is awesome. I think it's gonna shed light and let you shine as brightly as you can. It's gonna let your inner light glow more so than anything else you've ever done, and I think financially it's gonna be extremely beneficial for you, right? Ten of Pentacles is the best financial card in the deck. One thing you should keep in mind is the main card here is slow moving energy, plodding along. The Knight of Pentacles is a project that's in motion. You know, it's not the Page of Pentacles. It's not like it's just getting started. So you're not in that kind of like a train trying to like get its propulsion moving, that chunk, 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 chunk. You're not quite there. Like, you are in motion. There is perpetual motion now happening. It is moving along. The train is chugging along, but it is a slow train. It is not, you are not on the fast train. You want to be on the fast train. You want to be on the Japanese high-speed rail. That is not where you are right now. You are on the slow, 1880s Amtrak train. You are on the rails that have been there for 200 years. It's going to take time. Whatever this project is that you're starting, whatever this thing is that you're doing, this shift, this new thing that you're doing, it is going to be awesome. It is going to end up, I think, really benefiting you in the long run, financially and emotionally, spiritually, all that good stuff. Be patient. All right, Pisces, I hope that this resonated for you with your career and finance. We're going to move on to your love reading now for the second half of July. Let's see what we got for you in love. That was quite the reading, right? I'm pulling for you. I hope it goes well. All right, let's get centered here on some love stuff. Signifier card for Pisces for love for July 2024, second half of July 2024. Oh my goodness. Okay, Pisces, you have got the Devil, which we'll see what that means. Obviously the Devil represents temptation. The Devil represents indulgence, in indulging in things when it comes to romance, maybe doing things that aren't for your highest good, but feel the best, that kind of thing. Let's take a look and see what's going on for you in the second half of July in romance. Okay. Ah, and there she is again for you. Interesting. Okay. What's the energy? Oh, okay. And what's the outcome here for us? What's the outcome? Okay, well, I mean, it starts out hot and then it kind of ends with a bit of a drizzle here. It looks like you have got, I mean, certainly the energy is very intense and very sexual and very heated and potentially a little bit naughty, but like down here, it doesn't really feel like that at all. So we're certainly going to have to get some clarification on that. But the Queen of Cups, that's giving me, you know, I mean, it's water energy, it's your energy, it's definitely, I think you are in a position where you feel strongly in your own, you feel good about yourself. Emotionally, you're feeling fulfilled, I think. You feel good. You feel like you're in a position, a maternal position, so like a position where maybe you're the head of your household, or maybe you are a teacher, or, you know, head up some kind of position somewhere. Maybe you're in a position of some sort of like authority, but you carry it very gracefully, and you're a very understanding leader, very nurturing person in the situation. So I don't know if romantically, if perhaps you are, you know, in your relationship, you are the wife mother, or perhaps you are just holding kind of a position of nurturing, you know, love. Seeing Magician. Okay, so I think that you are, and you're getting a lot of similar cards for your career and for your love. That's interesting. So you're trying to manifest something, whether you want to or not. I think you're trying to do it gently. You're trying not to make too many waves in the way that you're manifesting this thing. I think the energy that it's coming from might be coming from a less gentle place. The place it's coming from might be coming from a place that's got a lot more heat behind it. But I think that you're going, I don't want to come at it from that angle. You know, I think you're taking into account the emotional responsibilities that you have and the possibilities of your decisions when it comes to other people. And so I think you're trying to manifest something, but you're trying to do it responsibly. So you're trying to have a romantic manifestation that is, you know, is good for everybody. You know, it could be that you're trying to make things more stable in your current relationship, or you're trying to manifest a very wholesome, nurturing environment, and you're kind of finding that you're running into a little bit more devil energy than you were anticipating. I don't know. So let's take a look at this Empress. So this is the situation. Ooh. So it looks like you've got, okay, the King of Wands and the Three of Swords. Okay. So the Empress is a very strong female energy. The Queen of Cups and the Empress, I think there's a little bit of similarity there. The Empress is a little bit more sensual and in her beauty and in her element. She has a baby in her lap. She's definitely a maternal energy. She's a fertile energy. She's a sexual energy. The rabbits at the base of her feet show you that she's got a lot of fertility going on here. Resplendent, beautiful, you know, kind of like very motherly for sure, but in a more sensual way, less just like less. This is a little bit more Dowager Abbess kind of motherly, and this is a little bit more sensual motherly, right? So I think that it could be a person that's in your circumstances right now, that you are finding is creating difficulty in making this situation peaceful for you, is creating distress in the situation. The Three of Swords is showing me that like there's some kind of heartbreak that's presenting itself. Like the inevitability of some kind of heartbreak is presenting itself, or like there is a new figure that is coming in. I'm getting a lot of face cards here. Maybe it's this King of Wands I'm feeling like is perhaps an energy that you're concerned about breaking the heart of. So maybe you, okay, let's see this. If you are you are the Queen of Cups here, the circumstance that is presenting itself to you is this Empress. Now, perhaps this is a version of yourself that should you take on, you will be upsetting somebody else. Like you will be hurting somebody else. If you manifest yourself in the way that you truly want, it's going to end up being heartbreaking for somebody. Let's see if we can get a little bit. Oh, whoa, that is way too many cards. I'm so sorry. I can't take all that. You're gonna have to just give me like one. That'd be helpful. One more if you got it. One more on this Empress card for Pisces in love 2026, second half of July. Got anything else for Pisces in love for this card, for this Empress influence with this King of Wands and this Three of Swords? Oh, what was that? That was one. Okay, Five of Wands. Yeah, you are... There's somebody involved here that is coming in, and you are finding that you are having to... You're having conflict with them. It's either creating inner turmoil within yourself about this decision because you don't want to hurt somebody, so now it's creating conflict because your decision making is a little bit more like, okay, well now now I'm not just making a choice based on what I want, and I'm making a choice based on the feelings of somebody else being hurt here. And so I don't necessarily want to do that. That's certainly an energy that I'm seeing here, that you are seeing if I really am in my element and I'm working towards what's best for me and my higher good, and I try to, bring this energy in, this energy is potentially going to create some conflict here that could be heartbreaking for somebody that I care about. I think this King of Wands might be this energy that you care about. If I get a little bit on this King of Wands, can you give me a little bit on like who this King of Wands, what this King of Wands is representing here? And the King of Wands, who's the King of Wands here? Oh, there we go. Four of Pentacles. Stability, financial stability. So, yeah, maybe you are relying on somebody that is holding you down, like in a good way financially, keeping things stable for you, and you're going to be rocking the boat with this decision. That you've got some things like the Four of Pentacles is very much about like it's almost like a miserly kind of vibe. Somebody who's holding on to their coins and keeping them close and keeping them tight and kind of sitting on them. And I think in a lot of the depictions of it, there's someone like sitting on the coins. It's not just that they're around them like this. This is a little bit of a softer energy. It feels a little bit less intense. So I don't think it's so much that this person's like a miser. I think it's a little bit more that this person might be like holding the purse strings a little in your life. And that might be making you feel like you can't move forward in your decisions to be this like Empress energy that wants to manifest. Let's see what this Five of Cups. So it looks like you're maybe leaving something you're regretting. You're regretting something here. There's an energy of regret, of kind of looking at what you wish you had and less what you have, right? You're not paying attention to the things that are in your wheelhouse right now. You're not looking at the things that you have, you're looking at what you wish you had. That's the energy of the Five of Cups. I guess let's get us a little bit on that. Can you help me out with that Five of Cups for Pisces here for love? The Lovers and the Two of Wands. Okay. Yeah, I think there might be a third party here, because I think you might have a choice. The Lover and the Two of Wands. This is, I mean, to me, this is looking like you've got a choice. You've got a choice. You are looking at what you currently have, and you're saying, this is not really fulfilling me the way that I want it to fulfill me. And there's this other thing that's really got me hot and bothered in the pants, right? There's this other thing that's really got me feeling those butterflies. Maybe you're feeling like excited about lust again. The Devil is not a card of higher being, right? It's a card of very basic energy. So I think that you are trying to be good. You're trying to be good. You're trying to be manifesting this like good, wholesome, very, family-based, strong energy. You're trying to be this Empress. Perhaps this Empress is this energy coming in, right? Perhaps that's what you're contending with, and it's making you feel like you're having to compromise or sacrifice something with this King of Wands. Maybe that's or perhaps this King of Wands is the energy that's coming in. It could be like a Sagittarius energy or something coming in, that is, or a fire sign, right, of any kind, right? Like Leo energy coming in could be Aries, and also it could be anybody, just somebody who's got a lot of like heat behind them, somebody that's making you feel a little, There's a lot of that energy coming in, and this, right? It's making you feel emotional. It's just making you feel passionately emotional, not like crying emotional. It's making you feel like, ugh, what do I, like, I'm just not really sure, like, what I'm supposed to do in this situation. This is giving me, I'm conflicted here. My stability is being challenged because I am looking at what I have and I'm thinking that maybe it's not what I want. And I'm thinking maybe there's somebody else that I want. And it's making me feel conflicted emotionally. Okay. So what about the Three of Wands? It's looking to me like you're not going to be making decisions and there's not going to be any movement really. It just kind of ships out to sea. So what have we got as an elaboration on that Three of Wands? I mean, it could be also that you're looking at, away from the third party situation, saying that it's more you looking to do something else or just to be something else other than what you have been. It could be that you are having to choose between your lover and your new thing, right? Choose between the person that you have chosen or this new identity that you'd like to move towards. There's something you're looking at that I think that, I mean, Lover's card coming out for this, I can't ignore that. To me, that's saying that it's specific, and it's a love reading, right? I think you are looking at what you have and saying, I just don't know that it's what I want compared to what I can see is possible now. There are options. I see this other option. And I think this other option might be what I want. I don't know, right? I'm getting a lot of I don't know. That a five is definitely, and especially with the Two of Wands to help to clarify is not stable energy. It's very like it's confused. You're confused, I think, and it seems like you're a little bit irritated by the confusion. You really don't want to hurt anybody. You want to be stable. You want to do what's, I think, best. So let's take a look and see what this Three of Wands. Elaborate on this Three of Wands for us for Pisces for love. What's the outcome here? This possible outcome. No. Ace of Cups. Okay. Looks like there might be some kind of offer. Message. Okay. Well, interesting. So we've got the Eight of Wands and we've got the Ace of Cups clarifying the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is an energy of like waiting for your ships to come in. So if you've been wondering about this thing, this relationship, this temptation that's coming in, and you've been putting out feelers, you've been putting out offers, or you're planning on making an offer, or you're waiting for an offer, those things are about to happen, it seems like. So the Eight of Wands is a card of speed, right? This is a card of things coming at you fast. This is not a slow-moving card, and it's a card of messages, and it's a card of manifestation. And the fact that we're flanking this is like my mini magician, right? This is my major arcana magician, and this is what I call the mini magician, the Eight of Wands for me. So this is the card where it's like manifesting what you want, putting it out there, this is like shooting your rods of desire into the universe, saying like, these are the things that I want. If you have been doing that, if you have been sending out rods of desire into the universe saying, this is the things that I want, saying like, this is what I want, this is what I want, it's coming in. That thing is coming in. Now, whatever that thing is that you've been saying that you want is what's coming in. So that is what you've been saying, right? You have to, it could be either one of these things. You could be saying that you want the thing you already have. You could be saying that you want something new, right? That you don't want the thing that you already have. You could be saying that this new thing is looking like it's more what you're looking for, it's more what you want. It's, that's going to be up to you, depending on how you feel, depending on what, just, I would say, think on it, but it's coming in, so be prepared, because it's coming in. The Three of Wands, sometimes I say, is like a ship's going out or ship's coming in, really depending on the situation, but from what I'm seeing here, and the way that this looks like it's panning out, I think it's a ship's coming in, less a ship's coming out. So, I think you sent the ships out a while ago. And now somebody's coming in with an offer, whether you are ready to do that or you are going to be receiving that. And just be prepared for possibly some impulsive decisions. Let's take a look and see if there's any other. I want to get some advice from the universe here for you, because it seems like you're in kind of a pickle. I mean, it's not very helpful, universe. Can you give me anything else? The Seven of Cups just like, yeah, we know there's choices. The World. I mean, the World is a card of cycles, conclusions, birthing, right? The way that this is depicted is very much so like a woman coming through like a birth canal, kind of that kind of vibe. It's your choice to make. All things come to an end, but which things you choose to bring into your life are your choice. So I think you're being tempted here by things, but remember, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. So keep that in mind. And it seems like you've got an interesting love life, Pisces, for the second half of July 2026. And I wish you well with it. Good luck, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.